In 3, in 2, in 1. Reveal the talent is on Spain and take camera 4. And let's get camera 6. Fix, okay, dissolve. And tight shot. I don't like it when you fade. Body language will tell you when it's time to fade. We can have this discussion every day. Keep it up. You'll know. You'll feel it. Sometimes people like to just, and you gotta feel the bones. Oh, Mary. Good morning. Good morning to our hot guys. Hot Mike, Billy, and Steve. Good morning from Maine. Oh, Shauna, I'm returning the gubernatorial candidate to you. God, was he on fire. And now we'll dive in right here. Good morning and welcome. Good morning, Mikes. Brought to you by our dear friend at Venbrook Insurance. I'm Bill Bush. That's Steve Harding. And that is the ambiguously gay giant. Also me. And here we are. Shauna said it. Shauna Lee, good morning from Maine. Geez, I have to tell you, I like to call him the Gabna, just because we channel. But my brother John last night gave a speech in front of about 90 people, fundraiser for his gubernatorial campaign. Oh, my God, he was good. He was so good. And then the question and answer afterwards. I mean, there isn't a question the guy can't answer, but his plan to revitalize Maine and turn it into a business, machine because of all of its unbelievably beautiful. He said, you know what? We have more coastline than you in California. He goes, of course, now we count each island as it wraps around, the many islands, but when you add it all together, it's true. Anyway, good morning to you. It was fun. We'll get some pictures rolling from that. Oh, I've got some pictures for you, Steve. Here you go. Yeah, I'm going to send you some things of what it looked like, okay? I'm going to send that to the great Steve so people can see what the event looked like last night, right? I had to do it. Oh, yeah. There'll be some others. I'm asking my daughters. Oh, my daughters were so cute last night. Oh my God. My daughter Mary has a company she just started called Dandelion. She was good for her to realize this at 24 years old. She's doing e-commerce for a company. And then she's like, I want to be in the creative field. This is interesting because the same sort of thing crossed. Actually, I had that decision when I was 24. I was either going to go be an agent at IMG, helping to sell the advertising and the marketing, starting with the Virginia Slims tennis tournament, which was down in Philadelphia. And then just then I got offered a job to be on the radio in Rockville, Maryland on Classic Rock 94.7, The Arrow, and continue what, my first 2 years out of college, which was radio. I got a chance to go continue being on the radio, being a performer, being a broadcaster. And I took it. Mary my middle one worked for a couple of years doing e-commerce. And then she's like, but on the weekends, she would go and to the pottery place and make pottery. And then she would she would buy flowers and do these beautiful arrangements and then put them on a table. God bless her. She had an honesty table. Those honor bars, right? Where the little cigar box or whatever is that, please leave $20 for my beautiful arrangement here. And people were like, fuck you, I'm taking your flowers. I mean, people are terrible, really. Mary's like, they keep taking them. And then unbeknownst to her, I would come by, soon as she put them up, I would come by and I would buy all of them. I would buy I'd put $80 in there and I'd take 4 little arrangements and bring them home. And she's like, I sold out again. I just didn't want anyone else to rip her off. So, and then my daughter Josie who worked for my oldest daughter for 2 years. She worked in private parties and special events for Nobu up in Malibu, and so she was the party planner. She planned the entire thing last night. We had Maine lobster rolls. My buddy Huey Reynolds from Greenhead Lobster, up in Stonington, Maine, overnighted lobster rolls galore. So we just handed out. You cut them in half, little halvesies with a little cilantro on the top, Steve. Oh, and by the way, they made it the whole night. No one went hungry. We made lobster rolls for all and a full-blown bar. People had cocktails, and the governor spoke, and just he was terrific. So that was our event last night, big fundraiser, and he gets up this morning. He gets on his plane, and off he goes to San Francisco. He's a pilot. The Gov flies. He has a small, teeny little plane that he flies. He flew it from Maine. Like first stop Nashville, then on to Dallas, then Dallas to San Diego. I mean, it's incredible. I mean, it's got a jet engine on it, but it's small. Do you prefer butter or mayo on your lobster rolls? Okay, this is interesting. Well, this is a very clear answer. On a lobster roll, obviously, it's mayo. On a hot lobster, a boiling lobster that you pull out without the roll, of course, it's melted butter, right? You dip it in the melted butter.
Yeah, I mean,
it's all about hot and cold.
This is non-negotiable for me. With a lobster roll, it's mayo. It's
right.
non-negotiable.
Yeah,
you go all in. Mayo, the hot dog bun, or proper roll, everything.
And we kept it simple for people last night. We didn't do the celery or any other things like that. We kept it going. But that's a good question right there, because it's important. Let's see what's happening here, Steve. I want to see. Oh my God. Mayo is the worst sandwich lubricant. Do we need that word for a sandwich? Oh my God. Lubricant. It just don't need that so early. Do you like a wicked good lobster omelet? I got to tell my main joke at some point. Have I ever told it? Yeah.
Sorry.
Did anyone hear that?
I don't think they heard it. I didn't have
them. When someone gives the punchline, like part of the punchline in the joke.
Wait, but they wouldn't know.
Gone. I know, but it's got to be another day just to put separation. I think.
Sorry about
that. Moist sandwiches, Kathleen. Shame on you. Now you're such a naughty girl this morning. I like it though. You woke up naughty and you said, "I'm going to do it." Like Trump said, I had to do it. You had to do it. Trump said he had to do it when he was talking about Arnold Palmer in the locker room. Linda, thank you for that. Yes, yesterday's hot mics. We welcomed America's newsman, Bret Baier, of Fox News Channel Special Report. I'm Bret Baier. He is a great guy. I've known Bret a bit. We've got a lot of mutual friends. Really like Bret. He is a good guy. And for all the people, I said this to his face, for all the people, who say, Fox News Channel is just a mouthpiece for Trump and the Republicans. And, do they lean? Of course they do. I mean, and in prime time with Jesse and Waters and Laura Ingraham and Sean Hannity, more than lean. But Bret Baier, as the chief political anchor and the anchor of Special Report, I think of him as very fair, very fair. His interviews with President Trump are good. Trump likes him, because with Trump, and he and I talked about this as back in the entertainment world at Access Hollywood, I spent 3 days a week with Donald Trump. He was the #1 rated guy on the network, and I was the network entertainment hype man. When you work for Access Hollywood, your #1 job is to hype the things that they have in prime time on NBC. That's the #1 job. Then you can do other interviews with other people off network and things like that. So Donald Trump was really He was project number one. And I said to Brett, it's a tough balance. You have to have him because he's the big cheese and he gives you the big headlines, the grabbiest, lines. Every other celebrity has a publicist guarding them. There is no guarding Donald Trump. He will say what he wants to say, which is great for headlines. So you have to, the balancing act is get the headlines, get the bites, get all the action from him. Watch, he called himself a ratings machine. He wasn't lying. He would say shit like, Rosie O'Donnell. Exactly. I mean, when he fired away at her, it'd be like, oh, you're not going to believe it. He did it again. Oh, yeah, put it in the lead piece. But you also run the risk every time you're with him of affecting his volatility, of upsetting him and him turning around immediately going, I don't want to. Bret Baier is a terrible guy. He's a horrible guy. He's in the bag for the Democrats. He'll do that in 2 seconds. The volatility is obviously high. And then you lose the soundbite machine, if you know what I mean. He does give good interview. But I think Brett has that balance. And he is fair. And also, he's a very decent guy.
Yeah.
You can see he's a wonderful father. His son, Paul, is 18 now and has had 5 open heart surgeries. And last year just had what they hope is his last. He was born with a congenital heart sort of disease effect. I can't explain it, but the first surgery was right after birth. The second one was when he was 10 months old, and then at 6 years old, and then at 13 years old, and he just had his 5th. And Bret Baier also, his wife, whoa, gorgeous, hello. He played golf in college. He was a hell of an athlete. His sons are 6'3" and 6'4". And I'm like, how tall are you? I thought Bret Baier was like 5'8". You know what I mean? I thought he was like a fire hydrant of a man. He's 5'11".
He's a big dude.
He's an inch taller than me. And his son is also a 3 handicap. He's a 3 handicap in golf, which is really, really good.
Billy, take a look at the comment.
Oh, let's see. Billy, what did you need that WD-40? It's behind you. Oh, yeah, no. Steve and I were, it's the chair. So squeaky. I finally was like, Steve, I can't take it. My head is going to explode from squeaky chair. So we went and we got the WD-40 out. Oh,
yeah.
There I am working on the chair before the show.
Yeah.
Is this a show? I don't think it's a show. It's not a show. This is just a little chit-chatty. How you doing? Should we do a little parlay into here? What everybody's talking about? Yeah. Epstein not going away. I keep wondering. I thought it was gone.
Yep.
Not going away. Epstein claimed that Donald Trump once spent hours at my house with a woman later who accused Epstein of sexually abusing and trafficking her, Virginia Giuffre. She's no longer with us, but it is her. And Epstein claimed that Trump spent hours at the house with her. I'm sure they weren't talking, about. Now, you can choose to say, Epstein's a liar. He's a scumbag. He's making it up. Why would he write this in emails? He's trying to, it's everything. They're spinning like crazy over at the White House. But according to these private emails, unless he was just riffing on things, yeah, he said it. Then there's an email from Michael Wolff, the journalist. I wouldn't call him a journalist. Not after you read this. He's a writer. He's a man who's dedicated his life to writing about Donald Trump. Let's see pull it up. I think this is as Epstein's, wondering what to do with the fact that Trump has spent time at his house with Virginia Giuffre, who was underage. And Michael Wolff says, I think he should let him hang himself. I think Jeffrey read that and said, I think you should hang yourself. And he went and did it. If he says he hasn't been on the plane or to the house, then that gives you a valuable PR and political currency. You can hang him in a way that potentially generates a positive benefit for you. Or if it really looks like he could win, you could save him, generating a debt. By the way, in no way does Michael Wolff come out as, I mean, I know a lot of people love Michael Wolff, especially the people who hate Donald Trump, right? The never Trumpers, the Trump derangement syndrome people. They love Michael Wolff right now. What a little scumbag. I'm sorry. He's writing his little, then you could maybe hang him. Then you could use it against him. Then you could, this is disgusting stuff on you too, sir. You may be successful ultimately in the guy that is central to the takedown of Donald Trump, but you don't really come off as a nice character here. Of course, it's possible that when asked, he'll say, Jeffrey's a great guy. Jeffrey's a great guy and has gotten a raw deal and is a victim of political correctness, which is to be outlawed in a Trump regime. Yeah, okay, so there's the email from Wolff teaching Jeffrey Epstein how to use this information that Trump spent time with an underage woman at his house. Girl, not a woman, a girl. God, that's disgusting. I'm sorry. And how to use it as a cudgel, how to use it as leverage. Now, of course, Trump says, I have no knowledge of the underage thing. He says, I had no idea that Jeffrey was involved in underage trafficking. He denies the entire thing. So the House is the House of Representatives. They're going to vote after Thanksgiving, right after the Thanksgiving recess. These guys been recessing enough. You should be working on Thanksgiving. A block of Republicans are expected to vote with the Democrats, okay? It's the line in the sand for MAGA, hardcore MAGA Republican Congress women and one dude. You got Boebert. What's her name? Lisa Boebert. Look at the Linda Boebert, Laura Boebert. I can't remember her first name. Boebert. All I know is she was hooking up with a guy in a movie theater and was caught on the security camera. But look, Lauren Boebert, God bless her. Thomas Massie, he's the guy that's leading the charge for the Republicans, along with Ro Khanna, the congressman from California. Massie, and then this brand new Adelita Grijalva is the new congresswoman from Arizona who was sworn in yesterday and provided the 218th signature for this vote in order to bring the whole thing to the floor. It's called a political discharge or whatever. Anyway, what kind of fallout is this? Like, what's happening now? I want you to know, since the news broke yesterday morning, hours before I interviewed America's newsman, Bret Baier. If you missed the interview, if you missed that part of it, I did talk to him about that. So, teeth, is it going away? Is it going to be something?
It's not going away. Now there are enough Democratic votes with the swearing in of Representative Grijalva from Arizona. There are now enough votes for what's called a discharge position. So they can pass in the House a mandate that the Department of Justice release all the Epstein files. And they are likely going to do that in coming days because they now have the numbers, with Republicans that want to do it too. There are several Republicans that have talked about this. You're right. In the election, it was a big thing. And Republicans said those lists should come out. It's transparency. And how it's been handled has seemed to raise more questions about it. Now, the House Democratic Oversight Committee, you're right, released these emails. The White House says they're cherry-picked to make the president look bad, but it doesn't look good. And I think that there is this sense that they want transparency. Now, on the list of issues that are driving the day, is that one of them? Democrats think that there is political mining to do there as far as something that could be good for them. The danger is that the list is long that Epstein dealt with, and there are some big Democratic luminaries in there as well.
Yeah. So Trump apparently, this reported today in the New York Times, Trump has been calling, and CNN, personally calling Lauren Boebert calling Nancy Mace, who are congresswomen who are MAGA aligned, who are voting for the release of the Epstein files. He's been calling them personally with very little luck, getting them to capitulate and not vote for the release of the Epstein files. These congresswomen would look terrible. But that's interesting that they're women, right? He's not even bothering with Thomas Massey, but women, of all things, you'd think women as a congresswoman, whether you're Republican or Democrat, they want these files out. They want to, you would think every woman in Congress would be like, if any dude from, any powerful man is messing around with underage girls, put his name out there ASAP. How can this be a political thing? How could you test the political winds, especially as a woman? Jesus, you're a mother, most likely. Anyway, it's a big test of Donald Trump's political strength, right? He's a lame duck president now, right? He's not running for re-election. So at some point, the Republicans have to say, okay, who's our next guy? Who do we get behind now? Trump's not going again. So there is a point where that turns. And we no longer, ride him like Seabiscuit or do everything he says. He's currently a lame duck. And after those midterm elections, he's definitely a lame duck. And if the Democrats, as Bret Baier said to me yesterday, if the Democrats win, and it might be the reason why they capitulated on the government shutdown and everything, they want credit with the American people for ending this thing. If they win those midterms, forget it. The committee hearings and Trump they're going after him full tilt. And he always has one thing. He's the boy that cried wolf, right? He always has one thing going for him, which is that there's so much going after him that you can just say it's all white noise, right? They're making it up. It's political. It's this. They're so terrible. They're smearing me. They're doing these horrible things. Because some of the time he's right, right? The thing with Donald Trump is, when his latest, shadiness, the latest thing he did is a 2, they scream 11. So when it's a 10, they're also screaming 11. His poll numbers are bad. He's 39% approval, up a little bit from 37 a second ago. The prices on consumer goods continue to soar. So it's not like these Republicans, why are the guy's a lame duck, and he's very unpopular, right? 1 in 4 Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. And Kash Patel and Bongino have said there's no client list. And someone else put in the comment section a second ago, didn't Virginia Giuffre say that Donald Trump didn't do anything wrong? I think she did. She alleged in there, he wasn't inappropriate. So who's he protecting if not himself? I don't know. But I got to say, after all this bullshit of this going back and forth, I want to see it. I want everything out. Put it out there. Who the hell are we protecting in the end of the day? Is it protecting Trump a little? Is it protecting other people that used to be president of the United States and others who used to, be the CEO of very large software companies? The end of the day, this is the most important thing. Ro Khanna, Congressman of California, who's leading the charge in a bipartisan way with Thomas Massey, who is MAGA, who's the Republicans' worst nightmare, because he's a right-wing guy that is just, this is the line in the sand for him. Ro Khanna said he's been able to get people like Lauren Boebert and Marjorie Taylor Greene and Nancy Mace and, Adelita Grijalva, the new congresswoman. He's been able to motivate MAGA on this issue. And most, MAGA voters, what they love more than Donald Trump is holding rich, privileged people to account. Accountability for rich people drives the MAGA base. No, you don't get special rules. And that's what he's been able to play on in order for there to be a movement here. So I think it's happening. It all happens after Thanksgiving. They've got the vote out there. The House will vote right after Thanksgiving, and you may get the Epstein list for Christmas. Forget the Christmas list. Forget Santa's list. Let's see who's been naughty, or the naughty or nice list. We want naughty. Show me the naughty. Cole in your stocking there. I'm not going to mention any names because I don't want to taint it. Guys, we got a problem, right, in New York. Mike Kafka, our offensive coordinator, is going to take over as head coach of the New York Giants, as Brian Daboll got fired. But obviously, you've heard the rumor, and you could expect this: Bill Belichick to the New York Giants. Okay. They asked Belichick about it yesterday, and he's got a game, coming up on Saturday against Wake Forest. He says, yeah, I've been asked about it from time to time. Look, I've been down this road before. I'm focused on Wake Forest. That's it. That's my commitment to this team, the UNC Tar Heels. I'm here to do the best for this team. And he wouldn't talk anymore about it. But of course, I think Bill would like to be back in the NFL. I'm still stunned that no NFL team took him. The fact that he got to the UNC Tar Heels, I mean, the athletic director, Bubba Cunningham, did not want Bill Belichick. The chancellor of the university, the president, circumvented the athletic director, Bubba Cunningham, to do the deal with Bill Belichick. He wanted Bill Belichick. So the change is like, this is like Jerry Jones as the general manager of the team. Just be the owner, okay? Just be the president of the team. Stop making the football decisions. Chancellor, well, who are you to go hire Bill Belichick? Hasn't even worked out. I also think Bill doesn't understand the NIL of it all. He doesn't understand, the college football is a different thing. Although, Jim Harbaugh made a beautiful, flawless move from professional coach to college coach, now back to professional coach, which I think Belichick wants to do. Bill was he was with the New York Giants. Remember, Belichick was with the Giants from 1979 to 1990. For the first 5 years, he was the linebackers coach, a defensive assistant, and then he was the defensive coordinator under Bill Parcells from 85 to 90. But let's just talk about the fun of it all, and that is all the chic restaurants in NoHo and like Tribeca and Midtown and Upper West, with Jordan Hudson and her white boots getting all the best reservations in town because she is now probably the wife of, oh, Lord, there they are. Dear God. Oh. Look at her in Tar Heels blue. It's kind of like she's got her Tar Heel Carolina blue clutch, her little purse, her scarf. Kind of looks cute if she were, a 35-year-old coach's girlfriend. Oh, I just want to see more pictures of them. You have any others? Give me one that makes me. Oh, yeah. Okay, look at her. Look at the eyes. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, this is them on the beach in Nantucket. Did you just hear someone jump into the swimming pool, Steve?
I've heard a lot of stuff going on.
I think that's the governor. The gov loves to do a cold plunge. And so he just jumped in the swimming pool. My brother, he's naked. Oh my God. Should we take the camera out there? Should we ruin his campaign? My brother is swimming in the nude. The governor is nude. Steve, you don't want to see what's going on there. Because when you see the front, you're gonna feel left behind. Did I say that?
Yeah, he's naked.
Yeah, of course he's naked.
No, he's naked.
It's private property. It's my house. He's always been naked. He's he loves to jump in the nude. He'll go down. He lives on the ocean in Maine. He'll jump in December.
Wow.
Oh yeah. My brother's tough, man. He's tough. Let's get Nosy Rosie going here. Buck naked. Buck Rogers, everybody.
Buck.
No. Yeah, absolutely. Cornish is having a good time. The governor, Shauna loves it. That she's voting for the governor. Shauna's all over the governor. Shauna, you better be out there at those rallies and and rock the gov and say, listen, I love you on morning mics, and Joy. Everybody loves it when Joy fires one out. Linda says, don't do. No, I would never do that. Never. I want great things. Everyone is afforded privacy in your brother's home. Please take the towel and a robe. This guy. A new term has been coined. All right, back to Bill Belichick. Yeah, I mean, it's just like, I don't know. I'm a Giants fan. I'm intrigued. I know what he can do. He's meant to be a professional football coach. He had a great run with the New York Giants. We have a good taste in our mouth over Bill Belichick, and we got to beat him. Our 2 Super Bowls with Eli Manning at the helm, we got to beat the Patriots twice. So it's interesting. It's interesting. I'm all for it. What do you think, Sharon? Yeah, 99%. Yeah, who gets 100? I don't know what you're talking about, but I hope it's Belichick and not the nude governor. Heated pool? No. It's not a heated pool. Someone's saying it's a heated pool. What are you talking about? No way. Who heats their pool? What is it for? It's for if you like you're soft and you want to do laps, in your heated pool. I would never heat my pool. I have a heater on it, but no way. You're supposed to cool off in a swimming pool, right? Or shock the system. That's what I'm saying. All right, so Belichick, hopefully to the Steve, this is interesting. Now we're looking at the little notes we have here. And Steve says, guess the headline. Steve will show you a picture. Oh, look, everybody. Right. Steve's going to play a game with us. This is called Guess the Headline.
Yes. I love this. But I can't.
Did you?
I out of the corner of my eye.
Well, I saw the reflection on the window in front of me, and I went, okay.
Billy, you're really good at this. So I'm not trying to stump you. But you and I have done this for a long time. So here we go. I'm going to put up the picture, and you're going to guess the headline. Here we go.
It's Heidi Klum.
Heidi Klum. So you know how we think and where we're going.
Guess the headline. There's a headline for this?
Yeah, the headline. So she posed for a magazine article, but the headline from InStyle or whatever when they saw the picture.
Oh, I know. This drives me crazy.
Yeah.
Heidi Klum goes naked. Heidi Klum naked.
Not pretty close.
Magazines are trying to stay relevant. They're like, naked. No, if we want to see naked, we go to the internet and we can see naked.
You're pretty close.
You don't ever have naked. So stop saying you have naked.
Here it is. Here's the headline.
Heidi Klum goes pantsless in nothing but sheer lace tights and a plunging black bra.
The pantsless part had to be added, right? You had to see pantsless to click on it. It couldn't just been.
It's clickbait. Yeah. You see pantsless and you click.
Yeah.
By the way, did it work?
Yeah, I did. I went right for it.
I mean, you clicked and then you magnified. So that's it.
Not bad though. You got it. You know where it was going.
Yeah. Look, she's 50 years old.
Looks great.
She looks stunning. I told you my Heidi Klum story. When I was a young man, she was a burgeoning Victoria's Secret angel. Did I tell you that story? Oof. I was a young man. Oh boy. I was a young man. I was living in New York. I was living in New York City. Very young man. Living in New York City. And Heidi Klum was beginning to break out as a Victoria's Secret angel. And our producer, Rob Silverstein of the show, was like, I like Heidi. Heidi Klum's got a great personality. Let's lean into Heidi. Let's do some fun things with Heidi. I was the correspondent, East Coast correspondent for Access Hollywood in New York. And Rob was like, Bushy, I want you to go down with this. And I did all kinds of things with Heidi. The first shoot, I put on the angel wings and she dressed me from, in the room. And then I came out in the wings and I did a little spin and she was messing with me. And then we did other fun things. I have a painting in here of Heidi and I getting butterfly tattoos together. I mean, we had a body artist painting us both. But one of the first shoots was Heidi Klum, we're told, has taken up rollerblading. She loves rollerblading, and she wants to take you rollerblading down at Chelsea Piers in New York. I said, okay. I mean, first of all, I played hockey all my life. I can rollerblade. I can rollerblade all over the city. I could rollerblade top to bottom in Manhattan in no time. Bushman was a real hockey player. Gonna plug this in there right now. Played against Jeremy Roenick, Tony Amante, all in high school. Played against NHL guys. So, you know, I had in my mind, I said, okay, this is great. She thinks she's teaching me how to rollerblade. This will be fun. And she's just learned. So we do the shoot. We go down. We have Daryl on the camera. Daryl played hockey, my cameraman. So Daryl's on skates shooting this thing. And I immediately, hi, Heidi, what's going on? Oh, Billy. Oh, Billy. And I said, yeah, look, I'm really nervous about this. I don't know if I should be doing this. And I put on the wrist guards, you know what I mean? I put on the helmet, the wrist guards, the knee pads, and like played the role of a rookie. And so she's like, come on, Billy, look at me. And Heidi's skating around the rink and she's doing her move. And I'm like holding onto the sides, you know, whoa, holding onto the chain link fence. She's, you can do it, Billy. And she's like, well, you got to help me, Heidi. So she's got her arms on me. And I'm like, hold me a little tighter, Heidi. There we go. And we start going. And all of a sudden, I'm saying, Heidi, I think I'm starting to get it a little bit here. I feel like I'm getting my balance. She's like, oh, Billy, good. You can do it. And I start, okay, wait a minute. Wow. Here I go. I got it. And I let the hands go. Boom. Heidi's going, what the fuck is happening here? And I come at her, spin, and Heidi and the cameraman are together. I'm all the way down at the other end. They're down here watching like, what the hell happened? I come straight at Heidi. Now I'm coming right at her. Boom. And Heidi's next to the cameraman, and I'm coming right at her. And I was so naughty back in the day. I dropped the sweatpants right below the cheeks. I got the buns out. I do a full twist, whoom, backwards. And I have the ass, and the cheeks are out. And Heidi explodes laughing. I moon Heidi Klum as I'm coming. I don't give a shit. While we're digging up old tapes from Access Hollywood, that one you can find, and feel free to release it. Okay, I might get a raise. She's howling the whole thing. When the shoot is over, Heidi's, she's not big rich Heidi Klum yet, right? She's doing great, but she lives in an apartment on like 20 something street. And I had car service back when we had, Access Hollywood had a lot of money. And so wherever I went, I had a car and driver that would like get to shoots just when we're going to shoots. And I was like, do you want to ride? I was going back to New Jersey where I was living as a young married man. And she said, yeah, I would love a ride. Yeah, it would be Lederhosen. It would be very great for you to give me a ride. Yeah. And so I give Heidi a ride, up to her apartment. Yeah. And she says, well, do you want to come up? We can have maybe we could have a drink or something, have a dinner. And I was like, This is not good. No. Look, I'm not saying she was hitting on me. I'm not saying it. But we were having the funniest, most fun, great time. Do you want to come up and continue laughing and being friends? I just said, this is trouble. This is trouble. All I'm going to do is just be, even if she's just being friendly, I'm going to sit there and my mind is going to be going crazy because I am wired like a red-blooded American man. And she is stunning. I said, no, I got to get home. I'm so sorry, but thank you. What a wonderful date and wonderful time we had. Hug, boom, bye. See you next time. In the car. Oh, I'm a good man. Oh, I better get a smile when I walk in that door tonight. I better get a smile. You have no idea what I've been through. Anyway, That was my story with the great Heidi Klum. Did it deliver? I don't know. Dude. That's just dude. I don't know. You don't know what to say sometimes, right? Yeah. She was the Heidi Klum, yeah. Look at Joy. Everybody's laughing, having a good time. So fun for Heidi, yeah. She worked very hard on getting rid of the Billy is hoping for shrinkage at that moment. Yeah, no, at that moment, like that's a lot of woman, right? A big German, like tall German with a lot of equipment. You know what I mean? With a hell of a wiring system. And I probably would shrink in the moment, just like it's just too much, you know. She saw those sweet cheeks. Yeah, she couldn't unsee the sweet cheeks. Yeah. Billy, we demand to call in show one morning. You want Heidi to call in? We also demand that you leave the chat open longer so that we can talk. Just saying. Oh, okay, Steve. Steve, stop being such a jerk. Leave it open. Are we stupid? Yeah, we're all stupid, and sometimes brilliant. Oh my God. If I Steve, you gotta let me handle this one. This is a great one. She was, if I was your wife, this is great.
Oh, yeah.
If I was your wife, I would have told you to go back. Yeah, I know my wife would be proud, right? She'd be like, my husband, he just hooked up with Heidi Klum. You see, I mean, look, he look how cool is he? By the way, my Sydney, my ex-wife, she was there, of course, last night. Okay, I have a piece of news here. Yeah, I have, zero chance on Bill Belichick going to the Giants. Pretty good sources. Been doing this a while. That's a good, yeah, zero chance. Zero chance. Okay, so that whole thing was worth nothing. Little Jordan Hudson, you got to look somewhere else to go and parade around. It's not going to be New York City. Okay, sweetheart? No, rollerblading naked with Heidi, guys. Is that the terrific? It wasn't naked. Now we're taking this to naked. The cheeks were out. I mooned her one time. She never forgot it. She laughed her face off. And yeah. Although I got to tell you, like when the shit hit the fan for me later on, you know, she might have been part of the disappearing crowd. I don't know. I feel like it was never the same. I haven't really seen her. Oh, another time, Heidi came over and rearranged my closets for a shoot here in Los Angeles. When we had all grown up and she became the very rich and successful Project Runway gal, host, she came to my house and redid my closets while we filmed her. That was fun. At that time, my wife was here. Hello, Heidi. Have you unseen my husband's ass? You and Sydney seem to share a great love. Any chance of reconciliation? Oh my God, I didn't. You weren't going to put that one up, and I just clicked.
Yeah, yours.
You know why? Because Karen with an I just always fires really good questions. You know what I mean? She's and so that's interesting. I know we've been apart for some time, and I think she's very I don't think so. I don't know. I mean, I know. I don't know. Steve, why did you put that up? Steve, now I don't know what to say. I want to be honest with everybody. I don't know. Look, I mean, do we? Here's the thing: is I think it's so good. Now we have such a great time together. The only thing that you could add to that, let's just be totally honest, is sex, right? Right, and cohabitation, all the time. See you every day, every morning, the whole thing. If I don't find the next great love, and remember, I had a session with Esther Perel. Okay, I forked over $1,200 for an hour with Esther Perel, the great relationship therapist, and she said, we will have 2 to 3 great loves in our life, and some people would choose to have it with the same person, which I think is pretty interesting. And but I will say this: we are forever connected with our daughters. We have a really good time together. I care about her. If whatever happens, I would never not support her. I would never not, you know what I mean? If the money all dries up, whatever I have, I will make sure that she has some of it too. Because, she's the mom of my kids. And we really like each other. Like, we like being in each other's company. She was terrific last night. My brother, and she are great. They're very close. I have a nice picture of Sydney looked fabulous last night. Did I send you here we go. There's the Gov and I last night in the house. Couple of handsome dudes doing their thing. And then we added Sydney in the middle there. She looked gorgeous, didn't she? Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, that was the Sid, and had a lot of good laughs. A lot of fun. So Big Steve, my parents hated each other. This is it's an interesting comment there. Allie just popped that up. My parents hated each other. Yeah, I mean, we have so many friends who hate each other, who hate their ex. Most people do. And by the way, we weren't, super tight immediately. We had a little distance and falling out. And then you realize life it's just not worth it. You obviously like that person enough to get married in the first place and have babies together, right? So you just focus on what is it that caused me to want to do that, and focus on that alone, and not things that annoy, which I'm sure there's plenty of things that annoy about me. But she always says about me, she says, you know what? You're your best you now. Like, I used to be really, I think I was like intense and short fused, because I think I was insecure, rising up the ranks in television and stuff, and like, trying to, I don't know. And now I'm kind of an old bull. And she likes the old bull, and it's best, it's great with the kids. They all like it. And so we have a good family dynamic, and the kids love it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Here's Trugger with I love that attitude. It's hard to live life with such anger in the soul. Yeah, it's true. Like, Lisa, I love your connection, Billy. Maybe it will be more than once. All men are better with age. Lynn with fucking sage comment right there. I think that's true. They're just dropping them like it's hot right now. Men, yes, settle in, right? Oh, look at Becky. My ex and I are besties now. Did I read that with the right emphasis? I think I did. I think I caught, her full intent. Wow. It's so interesting. Yeah, these are the things. Yeah. Let's go back deeper with Lynn. Oh, whoa, wait, Lynn, I'm going to get to that. Joy, my ex-husband, hold on, Joy. My ex-husband woke up looking at a pillow, and I wonder why I'm single. You just left him in the middle of the night, Joy? Some folks would say that you're still married. You also have to think about the future and whether you prefer to live alone or not. I would say this. If we ended up living like down the street from each other, or like next door neighbor, that would be great. Yeah, I mean, if all the kids are nearby, we're going to be grandparents together at some point. Hopefully not for a long time. But when we are, that's going to be a lot of fun. So again, the only thing is, what do we say, ladies? The humping and a pumping. It's the only thing that's, and like, this ass isn't sitting up like it used to. I'm going to say. Yeah, it kind of is. I don't know. Oh, look at this. Oh, my God. You got to keep an eye on Joyce, Steve. She's firing off little pearls here that are just riling up the crowd, and you have to pay attention to it because, we don't want to be behind. But it's hard. There's a lot of shit firing on the side here, and it's great.
Well, I
Mama Roll always fires a good one, Steve.
yeah, but I want to tell you, you may not know this because I have put it up a couple times, but Joy and Nosy Rosie are together this morning at Dunkin' Donuts watching this. So I'm in the,
What?
Yes, I've posted a couple times. We haven't got to it yet, but
Well, you got to
together.
tell me. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I'm talking. I'm thinking. Just feel free to cut me off when you got a piece of
Well,
pearl
I'm
like
just saying, I got some
Billy. Adding
information
sex
for
in the relationship would probably be worth possibly ruining it. Don't mess with. That's the thing. We got such a lovely
right,
thing. I don't
right.
want. This isn't working out again. No.
you. Right.
Anyway, life's long. Just keep going, day at a time. Here's what we don't do. Don't future trip, and don't constantly be sucked into your past. So Joy and Nosy Rosie live in the same town and said, let's get together, have coffee, and we'll morning mics it together. Girls, we need a picture. Joy, you have our email and text. Or Joy, you've emailed before. We've emailed before. Send a picture. Joy, I want a picture of you and Nosy Rosie together in Dunkin' Donuts. And do you have headphones on? I would think you have headphones on, right? We got to see that. Yes, we have pineapple glasses on. Okay. Good. We will. We're getting a picture. That's beautiful. That's amazing. Oh, Yellow Ledbetter. Ledbetter-o. My ex and I were besties when he passed away of a sudden heart attack 2 years after we divorced. I held his funeral. I eulogied him, and I sent him off the way he wanted. I miss him so much. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, I think Sydney would. I think if I died, I think with all the she would. My brother would do the eulogy. I think he would do the. Geez, I don't want to say that. Oh my God, Nosy, get in there. You're cracking me up. People are looking at us thinking we're crazy because we're just cracking up over here as we speed type. Oh, it's so cute. And Shmeha with a quick response right on her ass, literally the next one. Yes, and we look like idiots, laughing, not talking, typing right next to each other. See what we do for you, Billy? Yeah. You know what? Just want you to know I appreciate it. Oh! Whoa. That deserves a hey now. Wow, that was incredible. Joy brings joy to the chat. Yes, she does. Joy and Nosy Rosie. I just love this for you too. Oh, it's so cute. I just like the fact that we're part of the connection here, gang. It's like, there's right? We're bringing people together one at a time. Slowly it's happening. But you know what? Maybe we can do it. Maybe we can do it on a large, maybe in I don't know how long this kind of thing takes, but maybe it'll be like on a massive scale. Maybe it's the whole country. Why wouldn't it be? What if it knew no bounds, and all of a sudden the country is more honest, it's more authentic, it's dealing with we're eradicating shame, right? And just being human beings who treat each other well. And yeah. Oh, look at Carol. This chat loves each other. It's true. I guess so. Oh, look at Jessica. I want to meet someone from the crew. Well, where are you? I think, Jessica, you are in Maryland or Delaware, if I'm not mistaken. Naked swimming and now Billy's titties today. It's going to be crazy. I gotta just make sure that I've got to get into that. I've had a back problem, but I got to get in there today. It will be massive. I'm telling you. Regis and Steve equals Gelman. Oh, yeah, Billy is Regis and Steve is Gelman. Steve, there's a guy swimming naked right now in my swimming pool. I can't believe it. I said, Joy, we have Joy. By the way, Shmeha is Joy. That's Regis's wife. Okay, so Joy, you are now my chat wife. Okay. Anyway, there's a guy. He's naked. He's swimming. I don't know what to say. I love Rach. God, was he great. What a man. What is the sex chat in here? Is it morning, for God's sake? I know. What is it with the people are horny, Courtney? I'm just going to say it. Underneath it all, that's good. I think that's good for America. Well, crap signing in, signing out, got stuck in a meeting and missed the whole damn show. Oh, sweetie. Well, here's just a quick synopsis. Belichick, we thought was maybe going to go to the New York Giants. I have confirmed for me, absolutely not. There is zero chance he will be going to the New York Giants. Forget about that. Joy and Nosy Rosie found each other in town. They've communicated and they are watching together. And we have partner watching of the live chat, and they are firing away from a Dunkin' Donuts in Dallas, San Antonio, something like that. I think in the Big D, I think it is. What else? The Epstein files. They're coming. Brett Baer said it. They're coming. And my brother is running for governor. He gave a great speech last night, and we had a beautiful fundraiser, and he went naked swimming behind me. So there you go. The day he old bulled Joy. The day he old bulled Joy Bush. Lynn, another pearl, Lynn, the Oracle. What did she say, Steve? Lynn fired one in there. That's pretty good. People are typically horny because they're not having the sex. Oh, well, yeah, I think we need more sex in the world, in America. I do. I think there needs to be. I mean, it's always who's never a nicer person when that's going on in life, right? Aren't you your best self when that's happening? Look at this now. Here's an idea. Billy Bush, you should do a show where we can all go see you live and meet each other. Oh, that's for sure. Like a destination event for your community. Other YouTubers have. Oh, that's definitely going to happen. I think we have to grow a little more, right? Before we, right? I think we got to have 1,000 people in the audience. My dear friend Megyn Kelly is, she's out on tour. I definitely want to do that. And it will be funny. We will laugh our faces off. Comedy will be the funny topics, the funny chats. You'll get to meet Steve. He'll walk around with a headset on the stage. He'll come out. He'll get such a huge applause. Steve will warm up the crowd. Steve will try to issue like, okay, we need some ground rules for tonight. Fuck you, no ground rule. Okay. All right. Well, good. Enjoy yourself. The bar is open. Here we go. And we fire away. But Steve and I are going down to see Megyn. Megyn and I go way back, and Megyn is in Anaheim on November 21st, just down the street. And I'm going to go down early in the day, and we're going to bring a couple of cameras, and I'm going to do an old school sit down interview with Megyn Kelly before her event down there. So that'll be fun. We love Megyn. All right. Boy, she fires away on some. Sometimes I don't see you know what I mean? She'll just blast one. You know what I mean? Hey, Sharon, that's right. We need 100,000 subscribers before we all get together. I think that's true, right? Jessica now is in the fitness world. So after I hit 45, I want sex all the time. I chase my husband around the house. All right. So that happened. That happened just before the 1 hour mark. Wow. Oh, wait, watch out for Shmeha. She is Sags. I have more cobwebs than Charlotte Webb. Joy, that's not true. I know a woman. It's 75. Husband is 35. Okay, that's almost reverse Belichick. But I gotta feel this according to a once removed source, like everything is working again like it was in the 30 because the old machine. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. What am I talking about? I just love sex. That is, you know what I mean? This is the no shame zone, Well, yeah, so do I. In fact, is it Thursday? It's ladies' night. Ladies' night in America, traditional. Oh yes, it's ladies' night, and the feeling's right. Oh, what a night. Oh yeah, I got my house is like a revolving door. My best friend from childhood comes in today and will be with me for the weekend. Xander and his wife are coming in. Oh, the peptides. I'm starting the peptides. They say the new peptides are great for sex. I'm gonna go get them now. Yeah, ladies' night. Boom. Let's go, Lisa. Fire them up, Steve. Fire the comments. Let's go, ladies' night. And the feeling's right. That's right, Lisa. There we go. No shame, says Shauna Lee. No shame. The no shame zone. Okay. Thirsty Thursday. Yes, it is. Oh, we're roaring into Thirsty Thursday tonight. Yes, we are. Let's all be very flirtatious and fun. I believe sex is on the rise in America because we've all heard the news that it's going down. And people said, what? I didn't know that. Yeah, you fell asleep at the wheel. Young people aren't even coming up to each other. Women aren't being hit on anymore. You did, set this like toxic masculinity zone. No. You know what I say? That's going to be part of the tour we do. We're going to have kissing booths at our live shows. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're going to do. Yeah, we're going to say, no. People want to be hit on. The great American courtship. You know what I mean? I want these young guys to know how to stop sending a text that says, hey, what's up, or DM. No, you call her. Hi, this is Billy. Yeah, we met yeah, thank you. I got your number from a friend. Look, I don't know where your head's at, but geez, I'd love to see you again. Maybe grab a drink and a bite to eat. Could be fun. And I don't know. And maybe take a walk after dinner. I always say a 10-minute walk after every meal is a good thing. Maybe we could do that. And I don't know, if the feeling's right, we could stop underneath the street lamp and just make out. It's probably a little early, but if the dinner goes well, I think a little screen test, a chemistry test would go great. Yeah. Hello? Nah. You got to do it. Call them, pick up the phone, approach somebody. Say, look, I want some human connection. Would you like to have some conversation, some dinner? You don't have to rush things. That's what I'm talking about. Sounds like my kind of date, says Debbie right there. Yeah, right? Sounds fun. Under the street lamp, just. Oh. Stake us out, Steve. I think literally I might be losing my mind at this point. You know what I mean? Moon River Jackie. Look at Jackie. Oh, yeah. Just remember the pivot on Heidi Klum. Backwards skating with the pearly white butt cheeks out. Pearly white, by the way, not a hair on them. I know some people like a bear, but no, baby white cheeks. Porcelain. Keep the chat going for people, Steve. Can we do that? Does that work? Steve says it doesn't work. Let him work on it. We'll figure that out. The after party, you know what I'm saying? Sex with an ex is something you should try. Oh, who hasn't, by the way? Put me back on. Hold on. Doesn't every breakup have a couple of revisits in it? I think so. Woo! Oh.